Divorce does not define me. Even though there's a lot I want to put behind me, there's a lot I want to take and move forward to. And I want my kids to know. You know, my kids will. My youngest doesn't really even remember. A time when we were together. It's not easy. It's not easy to watch your children grow up in a broken home, because it's the last thing you would ever want. But you know, I also think they're stronger for what they've been through, and I've seen my kids grow in so many ways, and I learned early on that your kids are only going to be as good and happy and ready to move forward as you are. So, you know, as their mom, I do everything I can to just lead by example and show them that, hey, I'm okay, we're moving forward. Yeah, this has been a rough road, but you know, we can be stronger for it. So let's take our lessons and move forward. As an ordained minister, the last thing I thought I would go through as a Christian is divorce. I built my life and my faith and my foundation on my marriage and my family. And once I started crumbling in my divorce, I reached out to other women who were Christians who maybe were hiding this same kind of fear and guilt and shame, and realized I was not alone, and that God really does still have a plan for me. And the women that I've continued to surround myself with, we pray together, we grow together, we have found together that just because we are now divorced women, we're still women of God, we're still mothers, we still focus on raising our children in the best way that we can. And I find myself, I want my children to have the same Christian foundation I did. And just because I was in a home where, you know, mom and dad were fine and we went to church together on Sundays, that even though my life looks different now and my children's lives look different, that they can still grow up in the same kind of home that I did, in a Christian home, even though it's not a mom, dad, two kids. It's mom and the two kids going to church, or praying together at night, or sitting at the kitchen table talking through how we're going to get through our day or through our week. But we still have a plan as a Christian family of three, and we still grow and learn together. Even in counseling, the counselor said, oh my gosh, don't date. And I'd heard it over and over. Every person, it doesn't matter who tells you, you're not ever going to listen because you think I'm different. I think I was so hungry for attention and love in the beginning, because I was in a marriage that was failing for a long time, and I met someone early on, and I think I jumped in with both feet thinking, oh, this guy has all the answers and he's going to solve all my problems, and he thinks I'm pretty, and he thinks what I say is funny, or he's good with my kids, and that was my first mistake. Was I met someone I thought was great for me, and that didn't necessarily mean he was great for my children. And my biggest regret is introducing my kids to this person. It was within a month of dating him, and as time went on, the seams came off, the wheels flew off, and this relationship that I thought was going to be fabulous was a total disaster. It lasted 6 months. It cost me financially, heavily financially, because I was trying to move my kids and me to his state. He lived out of state, and so we were tied up legally and lost financially, but most importantly lost emotionally. I took 10 steps back from where I should have been with moving forward. I started in a place that was even further back than I should have been with my separation. I didn't get myself well before I thought someone else could enter my life. I I didn't get myself to a place where I was even able to be in a relationship.